Want to know the absolute best places to visit in Europe? Whether you're planning your first European adventure or looking for hidden gems beyond the usual tourist trail, this video is your ultimate guide. From iconic cities like Paris and Rome to off-the-radar wonders like Rila Monastery and Gdansk, we're counting down the top 100 must-visit destinations in Europe, ranked from number 100 to number 1. Packed with culture, nature, history and unforgettable views, this list will fuel your wanderlust and help you plan the trip of a lifetime. So buckle up, subscribe to Globe Gallopers, and let's take off across the most beautiful continent on Earth. Often overlooked by travelers, Minsk is a city that surprises with its wide boulevards, pristine cleanliness, and striking Soviet-era architecture. The city centre boasts landmarks like Independence Square and the National Library of Belarus, shaped like a futuristic diamond. Minsk has a burgeoning art scene, cosy cafes and museums that chronicle its complex past. While it still retains some of its Soviet charm, there's a growing buzz of modernization and creativity. It's an ideal destination for those looking to experience a unique and under-visited European capital. Piran is a coastal gem nestled on Slovenia's short but sweet Adriatic shoreline. With its Venetian-style architecture, cobbled alleys and scenic harbour, it feels like a smaller, quieter version of Venice. Climb the city walls or St. George's Church for panoramic views of the town and sea. The local seafood is fresh and delicious, perfect for a sunset dinner overlooking the water. Piran is where history meets tranquility, ideal for a peaceful Mediterranean escape. Kaliningrad is a Russian exclave tucked between Poland and Lithuania, offering a fascinating blend of German and Soviet history. Once known as Königsberg, it still bears remnants of its Prussian roots with sites like the Gothic Königsberg Cathedral. The city is also home to the world's largest amber museum, showcasing the region's natural treasure. Its location on the Baltic Sea makes it a unique European outpost with a mix of Eastern and Western influences. Kaliningrad is perfect for history buffs curious about borderlands and hidden narratives. The Azores, a group of volcanic islands in the mid-Atlantic, are Portugal's best-kept secret. Known for their lush greenery, crater lakes and geothermal wonders, they offer breathtaking scenery at every turn. São Miguel, the largest island, features the stunning Sete Cidades and bubbling hot springs in Furnace. The islands are also a hotspot for whale watching and diving. If you love nature, hiking and tranquility, the Azores are a paradise waiting to be discovered. The Isle of Skye is Scotland at its most dramatic, with rugged cliffs, mystical landscapes and remote villages. Highlights include the Old Man of Storr, the fairy pools, and the queering all-natural wonders that seem plucked from a fantasy novel. The island's misty weather adds to its enchanting, otherworldly feel. Local pubs and B&Bs offer warm Highland hospitality and hearty meals. Whether you're hiking or simply soaking in the views, Skye feels like a journey into ancient folklore. Located along the glittering French Riviera, Nice is a radiant blend of Mediterranean charm, Belle Époque elegance, and sun-drenched beauty. The Promenade des Anglais curves gracefully along the shoreline, lined with swaying palm trees and grand pastel-coloured buildings that recall the city's aristocratic past. The old town, or Vieux-Nice, bursts with colour, ochre facades, turquoise shutters, and bustling market stalls overflowing with fresh produce and lavender. As you wander the cobbled alleys, scents of Provençal herbs and fresh-baked soccer fill the air. Ohrid is a lakeside town with a spiritual soul home to over 365 churches and monasteries. Set along the shores of Lake Ohrid, one of Europe's oldest and deepest lakes, the town offers stunning views and crystal-clear waters. The Old Bazaar, ancient amphitheatre and St. John at Caneo Church are must-see landmarks. The town is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, both for its cultural and natural value. It's a peaceful destination ideal for slow travel and soulful exploration. Just a short train ride from Amsterdam, Haarlem feels like a peaceful alternative to the capital, just as charming but with fewer crowds. This Dutch gem is a tapestry of canals, cobbled streets and gabled houses, all wrapped around a vibrant main square. At the heart of it stands the impressive Grote Kerk, where the sound of a historic pipe organ once played by Mozart still echoes today. Haarlem is a haven for cyclists and pedestrians alike, offering the quintessential Dutch experience at a slower, more soulful pace. Chisinau, the capital of Moldova, is a city that feels both raw and real. Known for its Soviet-style architecture and expansive green parks, it offers a different pace compared to Western Europe. Moldova is also famous for its wine, and Chisinau is the gateway to some of Europe's largest and oldest wine cellars, like Cricova and Milesti Mici. The city's laid-back atmosphere and affordability make it attractive to off-the-beaten-path travellers. It's a place where history, nature and local hospitality quietly shine. Gjirokasta is a stone city steeped in history, nestled in the mountains of southern Albania. Its Ottoman-era architecture, slate-roofed houses and towering castle create a picturesque skyline. The city is a UNESCO site and was the birthplace of both a dictator and a novelist, giving it a complex, layered past. Wander through its steep cobbled streets, visit the bazaar, and enjoy stunning valley views. Gjirokasta is a perfect introduction to Albania's rich culture and lesser-known beauty. Tartu is Estonia's intellectual heart, home to its oldest university and a vibrant student population. The city buzzes with youthful energy, balanced by a rich cultural scene, including avant-garde museums and theatres. Its town hall square is a hub of activity, especially in summer, when open-air cafes spill into the streets. Tartu embraces innovation too, with a creative district full of murals and startups. It's a refreshing mix of old-world charm and forward-thinking spirit. As one of Europe's oldest continuously inhabited cities, Plovdiv is layered with history, from Roman amphitheatres to Ottoman mosques and Bulgarian revival townhouses. The old town is a maze of cobblestone streets and pastel-hued facades, while Kapana, the creative district, is brimming with cafes and galleries. Plovdiv is also a city of hills, offering sweeping views of its rooftops and ancient ruins. There's a strong sense of pride in its cultural identity, paired with a laid-back ambience. It's a city that rewards slow exploration and curiosity. San Marino, perched on a mountaintop and surrounded by Italy, claims to be the world's oldest republic. Its medieval old town feels like a time capsule, with stone towers rising above the clouds and narrow alleys winding through fortress walls. From the Guaita Tower, visitors can enjoy panoramic views across the countryside to the Adriatic Sea. The microstate is surprisingly uncrowded and makes for a peaceful, scenic getaway. With its own currency, stamps and sense of independence, San Marino is a novelty wrapped in history. Nestled at the end of a dramatic bay, Kotor is a fortified town that feels like a hidden medieval treasure. The winding streets of its old town are enclosed by towering stone walls, and its churches and palaces reflect centuries of Venetian rule. Climb the serpentine steps to the fortress above for breathtaking views of the fjord-like bay. Kotor also serves as a gateway to Montenegro's mountainous interior and nearby beaches. It's a compact but unforgettable destination packed with character. Sarajevo is a crossroads of cultures, where minarets, churches and synagogues stand side by side. The city's layered history, Ottoman, Austro-Hungarian and Yugoslav, comes to life in its architecture and cuisine. Walking through Baskarcia, the old bazaar, you'll hear the call to prayer alongside the smell of fresh burek. The scars of war remain visible, but so does the city's resilience and warmth. Sarajevo leaves a lasting impression with its complexity and humanity. Timisoara is a colourful city in western Romania that played a key role in the 1989 revolution. Its elegant squares and pastel buildings evoke Vienna more than Bucharest, thanks to Austro-Hungarian influences. The city is also known for its progressive spirit, with a thriving art scene and frequent festivals. As a European capital of culture, Timisoara is stepping into the spotlight. It's a dynamic blend of history, creativity and quiet confidence. Ghent effortlessly balances medieval splendour with a youthful modern edge. Gothic cathedrals and canals coexist with edgy street art and vegan cafes. Its Gravenstein Castle sits at the heart of the city, while the towering St. Bavo's Cathedral houses the famous Adoration of the Mystic Lamb. The city is less crowded than nearby Bruges, yet just as enchanting. Ghent has the soul of an old city with the buzz of a contemporary one. Antwerp is Belgium's second city, but it beats to its own rhythm. Fashion-forward, bold and unapologetically urban, it's the diamond capital of the world and also the birthplace of Baroque painter Peter Paul Rubens. The city's cathedral, museums and trendy neighbourhoods like Zuid reflect both tradition and innovation. Its port brings a multicultural energy that's felt in its cuisine and nightlife. Antwerp is stylish, gritty and endlessly fascinating. The Lofoten Islands are a dramatic Arctic archipelago with jagged peaks, pristine beaches and colourful fishing villages. Despite their location above the Arctic Circle, the Gulf Stream keeps the climate surprisingly mild. It's a haven for photographers, hikers and aurora chasers alike. Traditional red cabins known as rorba sit along crystal-clear fjords, offering a serene escape into nature. The raw beauty of Lofoten leaves a lasting mark on anyone who visits. Innsbruck is where alpine adventure meets imperial elegance. Surrounded by snow-capped mountains, the city is a hub for skiing, snowboarding and hiking year-round. Its old town features ornate buildings like the Golden Roof and Baroque palaces that echo Habsburg grandeur. Yet just minutes away, cable cars whisk you to panoramic alpine vistas. Innsbruck blends city life and mountain serenity in a uniquely Austrian way. Vaduz, the capital of Liechtenstein, is one of Europe's smallest and most unique capitals. Nestled in the Alps between Switzerland and Austria, it offers stunning mountain views and a quiet, pristine atmosphere. The hilltop Vaduz Castle is still the royal residence, giving the town a storybook charm. Art lovers will appreciate the modern Kunstmuseum and Liechtenstein National Museum. It's a peaceful destination, perfect for a day trip or a scenic alpine stop on a longer journey. Belgrade is a gritty, energetic capital where history and nightlife collide. Its Kalemegdan fortress overlooks the confluence of the Danube and Sava rivers, while the city streets buzz with cafes, art spaces and music venues. The remnants of empires, from Ottoman to Austro-Hungarian, are scattered throughout its neighbourhoods. Belgrade is famous for its nightlife, especially along the floating clubs called splavovi. It's a city that never sleeps and never stops evolving. Gothenburg is Sweden's laid-back west coast city, known for its maritime history, canals and innovative food scene. Liseberg, one of Europe's best amusement parks, adds a fun twist to this charming town. The Haga district is ideal for slow strolls and giant cinnamon buns, while the nearby archipelago offers easy escapes into nature. Unlike Stockholm, Gothenburg feels more relaxed and welcoming, with a strong local pride. It's a city of good vibes, good food, and great design. Helsinki is a sleek blend of Nordic, cool coastal landscapes and bold architecture. The city's design district is a haven for creatives, while historic landmarks like the Helsinki Cathedral and Suomenlinna Sea Fortress offer cultural depth. Saunas are a way of life here. Some even float on the sea. The city also connects easily to nature with forest parks and islands just a ferry ride away. Helsinki feels modern yet grounded in tradition, perfect for thoughtful travellers. Luxembourg City is a small but striking capital built atop dramatic cliffs and gorges. Its fortified old town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, rich in medieval and Baroque architecture. Below the city lie the Bock casemates, underground tunnels that once protected the city from siege. Despite its political status as a financial hub, the city has a relaxed, multicultural feel. It's a beautiful, often underestimated destination at the heart of Europe. Lake Bled is a fairy tale destination framed by alpine peaks and crowned by a tiny island church. Rowing across the Emerald Lake to ring the church bell is a beloved tradition. Bled Castle perches dramatically on a cliff offering panoramic views of the lake and Julian Alps. The local Bled cream cake is a must-try dessert after a scenic hike or swim. Lake Bled is romantic, peaceful and picture-perfect in every season. Valletta, Malta's compact capital, packs a massive punch when it comes to history and architecture. Built by the Knights of St. John, the city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with golden limestone buildings and grand Baroque churches. Its harbours once hosted empires, and today they brim with yachts and ferries. Valletta is also a hub for art and film, often doubling as a set for historical movies. Despite its size, every corner of the city tells a story. Bern, the capital of Switzerland, is often overlooked in favour of Zurich or Geneva, but it's no less charming. Its UNESCO-listed Old Town features covered arcades, medieval towers, and an iconic clock that performs a mechanical show. The Aare River loops around the city, offering summer swimming spots and stunning views from above. Albert Einstein once lived here, and his former apartment is now a small museum. Bern moves at a slower pace, ideal for relaxed urban exploration. Tucked in the Pyrenees between France and Spain, Andorra la Vella is Europe's highest capital city. It's a gateway to incredible skiing, hiking and tax-free shopping. The compact city centre mixes medieval alleys with sleek modern structures. While many visit for outdoor sports, the Caldea Spa offers a luxurious way to relax in the heart of the mountains. Andorra la Vella offers an unusual blend of alpine adventure and cosmopolitan charm. Ronda is a dramatic hilltop town in southern Spain, split by a deep gorge called El Tajo. The iconic Puente Nuevo bridge spans the chasm, connecting two sides of the historic city. It's a place that inspired poets and writers, including Hemingway and Rilke. The old Moorish quarter, bullring and terraced cliffs offer a journey through Spain's complex past. Ronda is a visual feast and a hidden jewel in the Andalusian countryside. Lübeck is a northern German city once central to the Hanseatic League, and its brick Gothic architecture is a testament to its historic wealth. The Holstentor Gate is an iconic symbol, standing guard over a charming old town filled with spires and cobblestone streets. Known for marzipan and maritime trade, Lübeck offers both sweet treats and rich history. The rivers and canals winding through the city add a peaceful, almost Dutch-like atmosphere. It's a quiet treasure where history and tradition linger in every alley. Meteora is one of the most surreal landscapes in Europe, towering rock pillars topped with centuries-old monasteries. These monasteries, some still active, seem to defy gravity and time, perched high above the valley floor. The combination of spiritual isolation and natural grandeur makes it a powerful destination. Hikers and photographers alike are drawn to its dramatic scenery and sunset views. Meteora is both a sacred retreat and a wonder of human perseverance and imagination. Bologna is a city of deep reds, terracotta roofs, brick towers and rich meaty sauces like its famed ragu. It's home to Europe's oldest university, giving the city a youthful, intellectual pulse. The portico-covered streets are perfect for strolling in any weather, leading to grand piazzas and cosy trattorias. Bologna is also known as La Grassa, the fat one, for its incredible cuisine, and rightly so. It's an underrated Italian gem where food, culture and history are served up with generous flair. Cuenca clings dramatically to a cliffside in central Spain, famous for its gravity-defying hanging houses that jut out over a deep gorge. The medieval town is a blend of history and natural beauty, surrounded by rugged hills and tranquil rivers. The old quarter is a labyrinth of stone alleys and quiet charm, while modern art thrives in its museums. It's a place where ancient and avant-garde coexist. Cuenca offers a slow, scenic alternative to Spain's more travelled cities. Sibiu is one of Transylvania's most elegant cities, known for its pastel houses with eye-like dormer windows that seem to watch you. The old town is a network of grand squares, fortified walls and arched passageways, all meticulously preserved. Once a Saxon stronghold, it still feels distinctly Central European, with a touch of mystery. Sibiu is also a cultural hotspot, hosting festivals, museums and performances year-round. Its refined charm and welcoming vibe make it a true Eastern European surprise. Ålesund is a coastal town rebuilt in Art Nouveau style after a fire in 1904, making it one of Norway's most architecturally distinct cities. Its waterfront buildings, turrets and curved lines give it a fairy tale look, especially when mirrored in the surrounding fjords. The viewpoint atop Mount Axla offers one of the most photogenic scenes in Scandinavia. Ålesund is also a gateway to nearby fjords and hiking trails. It's a unique mix of design, sea air and rugged nature. Dingle is a small town with a big heart, nestled along Ireland's wild Atlantic coast. Famous for its lively pubs, traditional music and storytelling culture, it feels like the soul of rural Ireland. The Dingle Peninsula offers jaw-dropping coastal drives, ancient ruins and windswept beauty. Dingle's charm lies in its authenticity. It feels untouched and welcoming in equal measure. It's a perfect base for anyone seeking the warmth of Irish culture alongside epic scenery. Tarifa is the southernmost point of mainland Europe, where the Mediterranean meets the Atlantic, and where Spain nearly kisses Morocco. Known for its constant winds, it's a mecca for kite surfers and windsurfers from around the world. Its old town is a laid-back mix of whitewashed alleys, North African influences and bohemian cafes. On clear days, you can see across the Strait of Gibraltar to Africa. Tarifa is both a beach town and a cultural melting pot, full of energy and freedom. Mostar is famous for its iconic starry most, a stone bridge arcing gracefully over the emerald Neretva River. Destroyed during war and later rebuilt, it stands as a powerful symbol of resilience and reconciliation. The old town has a vibrant blend of Ottoman and Balkan influences, with mosques, markets and traditional tea houses. Visitors often gather to watch locals dive off the bridge in a daring tradition. Mostar is beautiful, emotional and unforgettable. Dinant is a postcard-perfect town wedged between cliffs and the Meuse River in southern Belgium. Its dramatic setting is topped by a cliffside citadel and dominated below by the onion-domed Collegiate Church of Notre Dame. It's also the birthplace of Adolphe Sax, inventor of the saxophone, and you'll see sax-themed statues all around. A river cruise or kayak offers a scenic way to take in the surroundings. Dinant is small but striking, with a distinct character all its own. Bratislava sits on the banks of the Danube, where Baroque palaces meet communist blocks and medieval towers. The compact old town is charming, with cobblestone lanes, quirky statues and pastel buildings. Towering above it all is Bratislava Castle, offering sweeping views over Slovakia, Austria, and even Hungary on clear days. The city has a youthful edge thanks to its student population and growing art scene. It's an underrated capital that mixes old Europe with a refreshing twist of the modern. Lake Como is the definition of elegance, where snow-capped Alps descend into deep blue waters. Its shoreline is dotted with opulent villas, lush gardens and quaint villages like Bellagio and Varenna. Celebrities and travellers alike are drawn here for the serenity and style. Ferries crisscross the lake, connecting storybook towns and scenic viewpoints. It's Italy at its most romantic, sophisticated yet natural, quiet yet cinematic. Tallinn's medieval old town looks like it leapt out of a fairy tale, complete with red-roofed towers and narrow cobbled streets. But beyond the ancient walls, the city is a tech-savvy capital full of cool cafes, digital startups and bold architecture. Its blend of past and future gives it a unique rhythm where you can sip coffee in a 15th century cellar or code from a modern co-working hub. Visit in winter and you'll find it covered in snow and glowing with Christmas charm. Tallinn is small but full of surprises. Gdansk is a coastal gem with a complex history. It's Polish but once German and was the flashpoint of World War II. The rebuilt old town is stunning, full of colourful merchant houses, ornate facades and maritime landmarks. Its riverside promenade is lively, with amber shops and boats drifting by. Gdansk feels both regal and resilient, shaped by conflict but full of character. It's a place that wears its history with pride, while embracing its modern identity. Colmar looks like it was built for postcards. Half-timbered houses painted in bright pastels, canals lined with flowers and charming little bridges. It's often called Little Venice, and its fairy tale vibe is especially strong during the Christmas season. The town is also a hub for Alsatian wine, with cosy tasting rooms and scenic vineyards nearby. Strolling through its quiet lanes feels like stepping into a storybook. Colmar is enchantment served with a glass of Riesling. Porto is Portugal's soulful second city, perched on the steep banks of the Douro River. Its colourful buildings tumble down the hills, and the scent of grilled sardines floats through narrow alleys. The city is famous for port wine, aged in cellars across the river in Vila Nova de Gaia. Ribeira, the riverside district, buzzes with music, food and lively conversation. Porto feels both ancient and alive, a place where authenticity is woven into every stone and sip. Riga combines Baltic grace with a cosmopolitan edge. Its old town is a treasure trove of medieval architecture, but the city also boasts the largest collection of Art Nouveau buildings in Europe. The central market, housed in old Zeppelin hangars, is a feast for the senses. Riga's creative spirit thrives in repurposed warehouses and indie galleries. It's a city of contrasts, bold yet understated, historic yet cutting edge. Saxon Switzerland National Park is a surreal landscape of towering sandstone cliffs, deep valleys and misty forests just outside Dresden. This stunning region feels like a natural fortress, where ancient stone bridges and winding trails lead to panoramic views that seem almost otherworldly. Iconic spots like the Bastei Bridge offer breathtaking vistas over the Elbe River, especially at sunrise when the light bathes the rocks in gold. It's a paradise for hikers, climbers and photographers alike, offering a peaceful escape into nature. With its fairy tale atmosphere and cinematic beauty, Saxon Switzerland captures the imagination in a way few places can. Volterra is a hilltop town in Tuscany with Etruscan roots and a rugged, mysterious vibe. Its stone streets lead to Roman ruins, alabaster workshops, and medieval towers that loom over the countryside. Less polished than nearby San Gimignano, Volterra has a quiet intensity and fewer crowds. The town's moody charm has even made it a favourite setting for Gothic novels and films. It's a place that feels timeless, like it has been waiting for centuries to be discovered. Bergen is Norway's rain-soaked, postcard-ready gateway to the fjords. Its Briggen Wharf, UNESCO listed and lined with colourful wooden houses, tells tales of Hanseatic traders and Viking merchants. The city is surrounded by 7 mountains with a funicular that takes you to panoramic views in minutes. Fish markets, indie shops and art galleries add layers of modern life. Even in the mist, Bergen glows with maritime magic. Delft is a serene Dutch town known for its blue and white ceramics and deep ties to the painter Johannes Vermeer. Canals weave through its picturesque centre, lined with gabled houses and cosy cafes. The Nieuwe Kerk holds the tombs of Dutch royalty, and the marked square is ideal for slow, scenic wandering. Unlike Amsterdam, Delft feels intimate, relaxed, and delightfully walkable. It's a blend of history, art and small-town charm that leaves a lasting impression. Zermatt is the kind of alpine village that feels like it was lifted from the pages of a fairy tale. Snow-dusted chalets, winding lanes, and the dramatic silhouette of the Matterhorn looming overhead. This car-free town is all about clean air, quiet charm, and world-class mountain views. Whether blanketed in winter snow or surrounded by wildflower meadows in summer, Zermatt is stunning in every season. It's a haven for skiers and hikers alike, with trails and slopes that offer panoramic vistas at every turn. San Sebastian is a culinary dream on Spain's northern coast, famed for its Michelin-starred restaurants and Pinzos bars. The golden arc of La Concha Beach adds natural elegance, framed by green hills and Belle Epoque architecture. The old town hums with local life, where food is celebrated like art. It's a place where surfers, chefs and slow travellers mingle effortlessly. San Sebastian invites indulgence, whether in food, views, or moments of pure Basque bliss. Vilnius is a city of Baroque beauty, Bohemian energy and Baltic soul. Its old town is one of Europe's largest, with winding alleys, golden spires and hidden courtyards. Yet it's also edgy, home to the quirky Republic of Yusupis, an independent artist enclave with its own constitution. Soviet and medieval histories collide here, creating an atmosphere both complex and creative. Vilnius is soulful and surprising, with a rebellious streak beneath its elegance. Ericeira is a charming coastal town known for its golden beaches and legendary surf. It balances traditional fishing village vibes with a youthful, energetic spirit. High cliffs offer stunning views of the Atlantic crashing below. The winding cobblestone streets are lined with seafood restaurants, lively cafes and colourful murals. Often called the surfing capital of Europe, it's a laid-back, photogenic gem. Ericeira feels both vibrant and timeless, making it one of Portugal's most dynamic towns. Lugano is where Swiss precision meets Italian passion. Lush lakeside promenades, palm trees and alpine peaks all in one postcard-perfect town. The lake sparkles beside pastel villas and chic boutiques, while mountain trails offer breathtaking views within minutes. With its Italian-speaking culture, the cuisine is rich in risottos, wines and Mediterranean flair. Art museums and open-air concerts enrich the lifestyle. Lugano is luxurious, warm and unexpectedly romantic. Tbilisi lies at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, and every stone in its maze-like streets tells that story. Its old wooden balconies lean over cobbled alleys, while sulphur baths bubble under medieval domes. Above it all, the Narikala fortress watches over a city of churches, mosques and synagogues coexisting in harmony. Tbilisi's spirit is generous and unpolished, filled with music, wine and resilience. It's a soulful capital, unlike any other in Europe. Often called a mini Dubrovnik, Korčula offers all the medieval charm without the crowds. Surrounded by crystal-clear Adriatic waters, its old town is a maze of stone alleys and Venetian-style architecture. Legend claims it's the birthplace of Marco Polo, and you can visit his supposed childhood home. Beaches, vineyards and olive groves fill the surrounding island. It's a perfect mix of history, nature and Mediterranean calm. Sighisoara is a jewel of Transylvania, one of the best-preserved medieval towns in Europe and the birthplace of Vlad the Impaler, the inspiration for Dracula. Colourful houses line the hilltop citadel, where time seems frozen in the 15th century. The clock tower and fortified walls add a storybook quality. Cobblestone streets lead you past craft shops and quiet corners that hum with history. It's haunting, enchanting, and totally one of a kind. Tucked away in the Northwest Alps, Valle d'Aosta is Italy's smallest region but offers towering scenery. Mont Blanc, Matterhorn and Gran Paradiso, all within reach. Medieval castles perch above vineyards and alpine meadows. The capital, Aosta, has Roman ruins and friendly trattorias serving rich mountain cuisine. This is where Italy meets France and Switzerland, blending flavours and cultures into a stunning alpine escape. It's a paradise for hikers, skiers and serenity seekers alike. Tucked away in the rugged hills of central Portugal lies Monsanto, a village unlike any other in Europe. Perched dramatically on a granite outcrop, Monsanto isn't just built near boulders, it's built into them. Houses are wedged between massive stone formations, with some roofs bowing beneath the weight of ancient granite. The surreal sight of a front door emerging from a rock wall or a chimney piercing through a boulder makes this village feel more like a fantasy set than a real place. Sintra is a dreamy hillside town where palaces peek out from lush forests like scenes from a fantasy novel. The colourful Peña Palace, with its whimsical towers and romantic style, feels straight out of a fairy tale. Beneath it lies the mysterious Quinta da Regalera, filled with secret tunnels and an eerie initiation well. Fog often rolls over the hills, adding a layer of magic to the already mystical vibe. Just a short trip from Lisbon, Sintra is otherworldly, romantic and unforgettable. Visby, on the island of Gotland, is one of Scandinavia's best-preserved medieval towns. Its thick stone walls, rose-filled gardens and pastel houses create a peaceful, otherworldly feel. Once a major Hanseatic League trading post, Visby's winding streets are steeped in history. Summer brings medieval festivals and lively outdoor cafes. It's a dreamy coastal retreat where history and nature exist in perfect harmony. Hallstatt might just be the most photographed village in Austria, and with good reason. Its wooden houses reflect in the still waters of a mountain lake, backed by soaring alpine peaks. A centuries-old salt mine sits above, while the ossuary below tells of ancient local traditions. Hallstatt's beauty draws crowds, but its early mornings and off-season moments are pure serenity. It's a real-life postcard that somehow feels even more magical in person. York is a city shaped by history, from Roman walls to Viking invasions to its towering Gothic cathedral. The Shambles, a medieval street lined with timber-framed shops, looks straight out of a fantasy novel. The city's past is woven into every stone, yet it buzzes with student life and, well, those cosy pubs. York Minster dominates the skyline, while the old city walls invite long, scenic strolls. It's a place where the past feels vivid and ever-present. Lapland feels like the edge of the world, where endless forests, frozen lakes and snow-covered silence create a landscape unlike anywhere else in Europe. Located above the Arctic Circle, this northern frontier of Finland is home to the indigenous Sami people and offers a deeply immersive wilderness experience. In winter, the land transforms into a glowing dreamscape, where the northern lights dance across the sky and husky sleds glide through pine-lined trails. Modena, known as the Silent City, is a walled hilltop town that glows golden under the Maltese sun. Its narrow streets are quiet, often empty, creating a sense of timeless stillness. Once Malta's capital, it boasts grand palaces, ornate churches and views stretching out to the sea. The blend of medieval and Baroque architecture makes it one of Europe's most atmospheric old towns. Modena is calm, mystical and full of ancient echoes. Matera is unlike any other city in Italy or Europe, carved into stone cliffs with homes known as sassi. These ancient cave dwellings have been transformed into boutique hotels, restaurants and museums, creating a living archaeological site. Walking through Matera feels like stepping into the distant past, yet the city is alive with creative spirit. It was named a European capital of culture for good reason. Matera is haunting, beautiful and utterly unique. Nuremberg blends medieval charm with sobering history. Its old town is a tangle of timber-framed houses and stone bridges, all overlooked by an imposing castle. The city also played a major role in 20th century history, with powerful memorials and museums that reflect on the Nazi era. During December, its Christkindlesmarkt transforms it into one of Europe's most magical Christmas destinations. Nuremberg invites both wonder and reflection. Aix-en-Provence is elegance in southern France. Fountains gurgle in sun-dappled squares, and open-air markets overflow with lavender, cheese and fresh bread. The city was once home to painter Paul Cézanne, and the light that inspired him still dances through its narrow lanes. Boulevards lined with plane trees lead to secret courtyards and quiet cafes. Aix is equal parts chic and soulful, a Provençal dream with a cultured heartbeat. Oxford is a city where history and intellect intertwine. Home to the oldest university in the English-speaking world, its Gothic spires and honey-coloured buildings have inspired generations of scholars, writers and filmmakers. You can stroll through Christchurch Meadow, punt along the River Cherwell, or sip tea in a centuries-old library cafe. The atmosphere is both scholarly and serene, with hidden courtyards and ivy-covered colleges at every turn. Oxford is a timeless blend of academia, charm and quiet grandeur. Nestled between two emerald lakes and surrounded by snow-dusted peaks, Interlaken is Switzerland's adventure capital. It's the launchpad for alpine thrills, paragliding, skiing, canyoning or scenic train rides up to Jungfraujoch, the top of Europe. Yet it also offers peaceful walks along flower-filled paths and breathtaking views from hilltop cafes. With its blend of adrenaline and serenity, Interlaken appeals to thrill-seekers and dreamers alike. It's a postcard brought to life. Encircled by massive stone walls and overlooking the dazzling Adriatic Sea, Dubrovnik is often called the Pearl of the Adriatic. Its marble streets and Baroque buildings gleam in the sun, while fortresses and towers offer sweeping coastal views. Game of Thrones fame may have brought more crowds, but the city's real power lies in its centuries of maritime history and architectural glory. Whether walking the walls or sailing nearby islands, Dubrovnik is an experience steeped in majesty. It's both cinematic and deeply authentic. Reykjavik is the quirky, colourful capital of a country known for otherworldly landscapes. Its vibrant buildings, geothermal pools and innovative food scene reflect a culture that's creative, proud and deeply connected to nature. The city is compact, yet full of life, with music festivals, art galleries and cafes that stay cosy through long winters. It's also the perfect base for Iceland's epic adventures, from volcano hikes to glacier lagoons. Reykjavik feels like the edge of the world, in the best way. Segovia rises like a fairy tale, crowned by a castle that inspired Disney's Cinderella and a Roman aqueduct that still stands after 2,000 years. The city's cathedral is a Gothic masterpiece, and its winding lanes reveal hidden plazas and hearty Castilian cuisine. Roasted suckling pig is a local specialty, best enjoyed in a centuries-old tavern. Perched on a hill and surrounded by golden plains, Segovia is storybook Spain brought to life. It's grand without being overwhelming. The Picos de Europa are a dramatic mountain range in northern Spain, often cloaked in mist and mystery. Jagged limestone peaks soar over deep gorges and lush meadows, making it a dream for hikers and adventurers. Remote villages with red-tiled roofs dot the landscape, offering hearty food and rustic charm. The rugged beauty here feels completely unspoiled. Picos de Europa is one of Spain's wildest and most awe-inspiring corners. Lake Bohinj is Slovenia's largest lake, set in a serene valley surrounded by the towering Julian Alps. It's quieter than nearby Lake Bled, but just as beautiful, offering mirror-like reflections and a deeply peaceful atmosphere. Visitors can kayak, hike or ride the cable car up Mount Vogel for panoramic views. Traditional villages and crystal-clear rivers complete the picture-perfect scenery. Lake Bohinj is Slovenia's hidden paradise for lovers of nature and solitude. Edinburgh is a city of layers. Medieval alleys beneath grand Georgian avenues, ghost stories beside literary landmarks. The dramatic silhouette of Edinburgh Castle looms over the Royal Mile, while Arthur's Seat offers a rugged hike right in the city. Festivals define the city, from the world-famous Fringe to the soulful Hogmanay celebrations. It's a place where intellect, folklore and beauty converge. Edinburgh enchants from first glance to final goodbye. Rothenburg ob der Tauber is a medieval time capsule, its city walls still intact and its streets filled with timber-framed houses and blooming window boxes. Walking through it feels like stepping into a fairy tale, especially in winter, when the Christmas market adds even more charm. Climb the tower for a panoramic view over red rooftops and rolling countryside. The town's dedication to preserving its history is deeply felt. Rothenburg is romantic, historic, and pure magic. Leipzig buzzes with creativity, a city once at the heart of trade routes and today alive with art, music, and culture. Its stunning arcades, grand squares and green parks make it incredibly walkable. Music lovers will find deep roots here. It's the city of Bach, Mendelssohn and Schumann. Yet, modern Leipzig also thrives with galleries, street art and alternative spaces. It's a youthful, energetic city where history and innovation collide beautifully. Leipzig is unlike anywhere else in Europe. Romsdal is one of Norway's best-kept secrets, a region of dramatic peaks, lush valleys and powerful rivers. The Romsdalseggen Ridge hike offers jaw-dropping views over fjords and mountains. Serpentine roads like Trollstigen wind through the rugged landscapes, each turn revealing another spectacular scene. It's a paradise for hikers, photographers and anyone who loves wild nature. Romsdal feels untouched, raw and endlessly inspiring. Capri is the kind of island that feels plucked from a dream. Cliffside villas, turquoise grottos, and that lemon-scented air. The Blue Grotto is its most iconic site, but the entire coastline is laced with hidden coves and dramatic rock formations. In town, whitewashed lanes lead to designer boutiques and timeless cafes. The views from Monte Solaro and Villa Jovi are, honestly, unforgettable. Capri is both glamorous and wild, a luxurious escape suspended between sky and sea. Cáceres looks almost untouched by time, with medieval walls and Renaissance palaces rising from its sun-drenched stone streets. The old town is a labyrinth of quiet plazas and twisting alleys that are starred in shows like Game of Thrones. It's a rare place where Roman, Islamic, Northern Gothic and Italian Renaissance architecture all live side by side. As evening falls, golden lights bathe the ancient stones in a magical glow. Cáceres is pure old-world Spain at its finest. Trogir is a tiny island town on Croatia's Dalmatian coast, and it feels like stepping back into a medieval storybook. Its narrow stone alleys, Romanesque churches and waterfront promenade create a setting that's both charming and photogenic. Surrounded by clear Adriatic waters, it's perfect for relaxing, exploring or sailing nearby. Trogir's old town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, packed with history but refreshingly slow-paced. It's an ideal escape from the busier hubs like Split. Siena is a Tuscan masterpiece of burnt orange buildings, Gothic churches, and narrow sloping streets that spiral toward the stunning Piazza del Campo. This shell-shaped square hosts the legendary Palio horse race, a tradition that binds the city in fierce neighbourhood pride. The Duomo is a black and white marvel of marble and artistry. Siena's slower pace and rich flavours, from peachy pasta to pecorino cheese, make every moment feel deeply rooted. It's a city that lingers with you long after you've left. Zaragoza, sitting along the Ebro River, is a Spanish city full of rich history and bold architecture. The Basilica del Pilar dominates the skyline, a stunning Baroque masterpiece that dazzles inside and out. Roman ruins, Moorish palaces and Gothic cathedrals weave a layered story across the city. Art lovers will enjoy the many works by Francisco Goya, a native son. Zaragoza is a lively, authentic place where past and present blend seamlessly in Spain's often overlooked heartland. Verona is a city of romance and ruins where Shakespeare's Juliet may be fictional, but the love in the air is real. Its Roman amphitheatre still hosts open-air operas while cobblestone streets wind past frescoed facades and Gothic tombs. The Adige River wraps around the city like an embrace, with bridges that link history to the present. Beyond the famous balcony, Verona's soul lies in its piazzas, markets, and warm northern Italian hospitality. It's theatrical, elegant, and endlessly charming. Rila Monastery is a hidden gem in the mountains of Bulgaria. Vivid frescoes, striped arches, and wooden balconies tucked into a forested valley. Founded in the 10th century, it remains an active monastery and a spiritual heart for Bulgarians. The surrounding nature is peaceful and pristine, with trails, streams, and crisp alpine air. Inside, the art tells sacred stories with breathtaking colour and detail. It's not just a site, it's an experience of devotion, art, and stillness. Bruges is a perfectly preserved medieval town where swans glide down canals and chocolate shops nestle beneath step-gabled roofs. Its belfry chimes over cobbled squares, and every corner feels like it belongs in a Flemish painting. By day, it bustles with visitors, but early mornings and quiet evenings reveal its deeper magic. Bruges is romantic, moody, and filled with small, beautiful moments. It's the kind of place that makes you slow down and savor. Cinque Terre is a string of 5 coastal villages, each spilling down cliffs in bursts of pastel colour toward the Ligurian Sea. Hiking trails wind through vineyards and lemon groves, offering sea views at every turn. The food is unforgettable. Fresh anchovies, pesto and crisp white wine made from local grapes. Each village has its own character, from quiet Corniglia to bustling Monterosso. Cinque Terre is raw, vivid and vibrantly alive. Vienna is a symphony of grandeur and grace. Once the heart of a vast empire, its imperial palaces, opulent opera houses, and elegant boulevards still pulse with culture. Music is woven into the city's soul. Mozart, Beethoven, and Strauss once called it home, and their legacy echoes in concert halls and cafes alike. Yet Vienna also embraces the modern, with cutting-edge museums and a thriving design scene. It's a place where past and present dance in perfect harmony. The Amalfi Coast is pure Mediterranean drama, cliff-hugging roads, lemon-scented air, and villages that tumble toward turquoise coves. Positano, Ravello and Amalfi each offer their own flavour, from romantic glamour to quiet elegance. The sea sparkles below while terraced vineyards and gardens climb skyward. Whether you're cruising the coastline or sipping limoncello on a terrace, every moment feels cinematic. It's Italy at its most breathtaking. Barcelona is bold, artistic and endlessly alive. Gaudi's architectural masterpieces like the surreal Sagrada Familia and the whimsical Park Güell make the city feel like a dreamscape. But beyond the design lies a bustling world of tapas bars, beachside promenades and Gothic alleyways filled with history. It's a place of rhythm and flavour where flamenco echoes and the sea breeze softens the summer heat. Barcelona isn't just a city, it's an experience. Prague is a city of storybooks, with spires, bridges and cobblestone streets that feel untouched by time. The Charles Bridge at sunrise, the astronomical clock striking the hour, the fairy tale towers of Prague Castle all add to its enchanting atmosphere. But the city also buzzes with life, from lively beer gardens to underground jazz clubs. Its mix of Gothic, Baroque and Art Nouveau architecture is stunning at every turn. Prague is magical, mysterious and endlessly walkable. Copenhagen is cool, clean and effortlessly stylish. Its harbourside charm is matched by world-class design, eco-conscious living and a food scene that rivals any capital in Europe. You can cycle from royal palaces to quirky cafes to cutting-edge museums in minutes. The city feels relaxed yet refined, blending hygge coziness with forward-thinking creativity. Copenhagen is where minimalism meets warmth, and it works beautifully. Rome is eternal. Ancient ruins, Renaissance art, and everyday life all intertwine in a city that has been a cultural epicenter for millennia. The Colosseum, the Pantheon, and Vatican City draw awe, while narrow lanes reveal trattorias, fountains, and bursts of vibrant street life. Every corner feels alive with history, yet Rome never feels like a museum. It breathes, pulses, and surprises. To walk in Rome is to walk through the layers of Western civilization. Paris is pure romance, but it's also grit, art and elegance rolled into one iconic city. The Eiffel Tower sparkles above grand boulevards, while cafes spill out onto sidewalks alive with conversation. Museums like the Louvre and Musée d'Orsay offer endless inspiration, but so do the city's quiet gardens and riverbanks. Paris speaks the language of beauty in every detail, from buttery croissants to candlelit bistros. It's a place that never stops seducing the senses. Istanbul is where continents meet and cultures blend. The call to prayer echoes over a skyline of domes and minarets, while bustling bazaars and serene courtyards coexist in perfect rhythm. The Hagia Sophia, Blue Mosque and Grand Bazaar are only the beginning. Every alley and ferry ride holds a story. The city's energy is palpable, its history layered, its food unforgettable. Istanbul is not just a city, it's a universe of its own. Santorini is iconic. Whitewashed buildings cascading down volcanic cliffs, blue domes gleaming under the Aegean sun. But it's more than a postcard. The sunsets in Oya stir the soul, while the black sand beaches and caldera views remind you this island was shaped by fire. Local wines, cave house stays offer authenticity beyond the crowds. Santorini is romance, geology and light, all distilled into one unforgettable place. Venice is unlike anywhere else in the world, a floating city where streets are canals and time seems to move at a slower, more graceful pace. Gondolas glide beneath stone bridges and centuries-old palaces reflect in the shimmering lagoon. From the grandeur of St. Mark's Basilica to the quiet corners of Dorsoduro, Venice is both spectacle and sanctuary. It's a place of art, mystery and poetry where getting lost is part of the charm. No other city captures the imagination quite like Venice. There you have it, the 100 best places to visit in Europe. From the Arctic wonders of Lapland to the sun-drenched shores of Santorini, this continent is bursting with beauty and stories waiting to be explored. If you found inspiration in this list, make sure to like, comment and subscribe to Globe Gallopers for more in-depth travel guides, hidden gems and unforgettable itineraries. Let us know in the comments which destination is going on your bucket list or if we missed one of your favourites. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.